Welcome to the Clapper Racing YouTube channel. I wanted to start this video off here with this 6 liter and this 4L80E that's in my garage. A friend of mine actually come to me probably about close to 2 years ago now, wanting me to build him a 6 liter 4L80E, or well, do a LS swap on his 71. I think it's a 71, 72 Nova, something like that. But he was kind of, going back and forth on whether or not he wanted to do it or not, and finally decided that he wanted to do it. So we are going to have another build on the channel. It's going to be this 6 liter 4L80E. And since I'm not getting to my truck anytime soon, I'm basically going to use everything that I bought for my truck here. All this stuff, all the Holley manifolds, the VS Racing S475 clone, all this stuff. So it'll be a 6 liter Elgin 1840P cam, 4L80E Holley, Terminator X, S475. Just going to be on pump gas, probably on about 10 pounds. And just a reliable street car for him and the wife to ride around in. It's going to have AC, so that'll be very nice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slowly work on this thing, but I'll update later on that. But today I'm going to be fixing what you saw in the last video on the rx7, which was the rear main seal popped out when I was up in the mountains. So I've already got the car jacked up. I'm really wanting to get this thing done this weekend. So I've got to pull the exhaust off, pull the transmission out, put a new rear main seal in it, new timing cover gasket, and I've got a new flex plate coming, because I think the flex plate that's in there is causing some wobble, causing it to wobble, the rear main seal to get some vibration, wobble out. So I'm going to try to fix that. And so I've got that coming, and I also caught a sale on a QuickTime bell housing. Apparently Holley owns QuickTime, and they're getting rid of these, their clearance in this particular one. So this is a small block Chevy Power Glide QuickTime bell housing. I got it for like 180 bucks shipped. So if you need one, check out the website on QuickTime. But I'm going to be installing that bell housing also, and going to be getting her done. So hopefully it won't take me all that long. I'm hoping I can have it done this weekend if I, work pretty steady at it. But we'll see, and I'll try to film progress along the way like I always do. Let me know if you like these type of videos. Let me know if you want to see something different. But I'm always open to suggestions. So the 3 people that watch my videos, let me know. Got the transmission out. Went pretty good. Didn't take all that long. So got the block cleaned off. Hopefully I'll show you the rear main seal on this thing and how terrible it looks. Crawl up under here, but here is the back of the motor, and it just looks like it just popped out. I don't understand it. So there it is, and it's kind of just hanging out. It was all the way out before, but I kind of pried it back in there in between the flex plate and the engine with this long pry bar I have. Pried it in there, and then I cranked the car up and it come right back out. So definitely needs to be changed, definitely will be changed. So I've got a brand new one in the garage. I really need to wait on I'm still waiting on my flex plate to get here. Should be here today. Should be here hopefully sometime pretty quick. And also I've got to cut the bell housing off of this Glide and put the QuickTime bell housing on. So I can do that in the meantime while I wait. But I'm probably going to run to the store, get some I might get some black paint so I can paint this up when I get the QuickTime bell housing on there, and make it look a little better. And I need to get some Loctite and a few other little odds and ends. So that's gonna be it for right now. So I will get back on this thing when some more parts arrive. I should have known, this bell housing is not fitting right. So this is the 6045 auto part number. Let me carry it out here and show you what's happening. I've got the Power Glide bell housing cut off. As you see, it's all cut off. And so this is the 6045. Like I said, I don't know if you can see the part number, maybe. But so there's two 6045s listed on their website. This is the auto version. This was the one that was kind of on sale. So I ordered this. Andrew hooked me up, gave me the sent me the link. But I had to show you, whenever I put this thing on, it hits. This hits basically here. So I'm not real sure why that is. I called up Holly or QuickTime or whatever. They all own it. But I called them, and the guy said he didn't have any notes on anything, because I asked him if it was for like a reed case or an aftermarket case or something, but he never. He's supposed to call me back once he gets up with the engineers. So hopefully I can get this thing to work, or they can send me something that will work. If not, I'll have to either hack that one up and make it fit, because I think I can make it fit. Or I'll have to order one of those JW bell housings, which they're about roughly $400, which I don't want to do, but whatever. I'm over it. I'm used to spending money on this car for no reason. So, but I did get my flex plate here, and this is just one from Speedway Motors. It's a SFI approved. They come with the little sticker in here for the SFI. So got that, and I got a little spacer for the crankshaft for the original, like the Gen 1 style converters. So maybe that'll line up a little better, but I'm gonna roll with that for a little bit. Hopefully he'll call me back and we can figure this thing out. Had to cut me a chunk of metal, but now it fits. As always, have to modify everything. I haven't heard back from QuickTime yet, but got it on there. There's the cut, as you can see. It's right there up against where the pan goes. So I think it'll work good enough for me. So on to the next issue. I pulled the rear main seal out. I'll show you that. So there's little ridges that hold the rear main seal in. They look pretty worn down. I can't remember if I changed the rear main seal on this car or not whenever I put this motor in here. But there's the ridges. They're there, but they're not as defined as this new one for sure. You can actually see it through the package how high up they are. So I'm going to put that in, and I'm actually going to red RTV around it. See if I can keep it in a little longer. I'm going to use this here, gasket maker, high temp stuff. See if that helps. I don't know what caused it the first time, but hopefully that'll fix it. But keep chugging along. Got the bell housing on last night. Went to the hardware store, got some bolts for that. So that is mounted on there. I just kind of tested this shield right here just to see where it went. But got the torque converter in the transmission, and here's the little adapter. All right, update so far. I've got the flex plate on. I'm having a little bit of confusion on why it looks like the converter isn't mating up right. I've got the transmission kind of set up there, and I can see through this little inspection hole that the converter looks like it's pretty far away from that snout, the little crank snout, converter snout adapter. So I'm not real sure what I need to do. One thing I do know is this bungee strap holding tension on this up and all this crap, this has got to go, because I'm tired of doing it like this, struggling. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to Harbor Freight and get a transmission jack, and that way make things easier on me. Tired of fighting transmissions in and out of cars. So, and it'll come in handy from when I do Chuck's project here, when I put the 6.0 and 4L80E in. So I'm gonna go ahead and buy one of those and come back here and keep on this. I'm gonna go to dinner with some buddies tonight, but I'm gonna work as long as I can. I've still got tomorrow to finish up the car, so I'm gonna keep on doing it. All right, guys, back at it again. So I got my ARP bolts ordered and they're in. They have a small 12-point head to fit on the QuickTime bell housing, but they're too long. Holly owns QuickTime. They never got back up with me to tell me what bell housing, what this thing's supposed to fit, why I had to trim it, you know, stuff like that. So I don't know. I'm moving on with my life. So I'm having to trim these things down, cut these bolts down to the length that I need. As you can see, cut them down. So I have 3 extras if I mess up, because this bell housing takes 5 bolts. Well, at least with the LS, small block Chevy pattern to LS takes 5 bolts. So I'm cutting these things off now, and when I get done with that, I can put it back in the car, and then hopefully I can get the drive shaft in. I got the drive shaft, a tranny cross member, all the bolts for the diff to put it back up where it's snug on the car, and then the exhaust, and this thing should be back together. So trying to get all this done today, but basically that's about it. But I'm gonna get started on this thing. Took old girl around the neighborhood. Everything seems to be fine. I did a little trans brake test, as you saw in the video, and so far I don't see any leaks. Seems to be running good. Didn't try to overheat or nothing. So I'm gonna probably end this video off here. So Thursday, I'm not sure if it's gonna happen or not, but I'm planning on taking this thing to Galat Motorsports Park. It's an 8 mile track. Let's see if I can line this thing out, see what it'll run in the 8th, and then get the tune right, and then eventually I'll bring it to a 1/4 mile track. So got some buddies going there, so we'll see what this thing will do. Stay tuned.